Hi everyone, this is my corn snake Pumpkin. And if you follow the channel, you've probably seen Pumpkin before, but really only as a co-host or just in part of a video. And Pumpkin just recently turned 4 years old, and I think he deserves his time in the spotlight. So today I'm going to do a 4-year update on Pumpkin, with a goal in mind to show any of you who maybe have recently gotten a baby corn snake what to expect when your baby corn snake grows up. You can walk into any pet store in the world and they'll probably have a corn snake. And there's a lot of good reasons for that, because corn snakes are beautiful, they have a great temperament, and their care is relatively easy. So they make great pet snakes, especially for someone's first snake. I'm sure there's someone out there who bought that adorable little baby corn snake and really has no idea what to expect when that snake grows up. And I actually just recently had a conversation with an employee at a pet store, and we were looking at some baby corn snakes, and that person was asking me, how big will it get, and what kind of enclosure will it need when it's an adult? So if that employee didn't know what to expect when that baby corn snake grows up, then I think probably some of the people that are buying them don't know what to expect either. Whether it's from a breeder or from a pet store, usually when someone gets a new corn snake, it's going to be a baby, and that might be some of you out there. And you've got your new baby corn snake, and it's really exciting. And you get it home, and it's all set up in its enclosure, and you soon learn that this little baby corn snake is very scared, and it doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And at that point, it would be difficult to know what to expect when that little baby grows up. But we have Pumpkin here to show us. I got Pumpkin when he was 8 weeks old, and he was exactly the shy and skittish baby corn snake that I just described. Unfortunately, I had a computer mishap and lost all of the pictures and video of Pumpkin when he was a baby. But on average, corn snakes grow to be about 4 to 5 feet long, and Pumpkin was just a little over 4 feet. And like I said, he just recently turned 4 years old. He might grow a little bit more, but he's pretty close to his full-grown size. And as you can see, he's such a docile and tame and friendly snake. Over the last 4 years, he and I have grown to have such a special bond, and that took some work and time. And I'm sure you're really looking forward to that with your snake, but you're not there yet. It takes a lot of time and work to socialize a snake, but with a lot of time and a lot of gentle handling, they will get there. And this video is not about how to socialize a baby snake, but I do have a previous video about that, and I'll put a link to that in the corner. And you might find that useful because the first 2 years of Pumpkin's life, he was a very shy and skittish snake. He never hissed or struck at me, but he would rattle his tail to let me know that he didn't feel totally comfortable. Pumpkin is probably pretty typical in size for an adult corn snake. He's a male, and males tend to be just a little bit smaller than females. And while babies shed their skin frequently, as they grow older, they shed their skin less and less frequently. And now Pumpkin probably sheds his skin 2 or 3 times a year. So as your corn snake grows into an adult, You can expect it to grow larger, on average 4 to 5 feet, and you can expect it to grow to have a more confident and relaxed temperament. But also, as your corn snake grows, everything it needs grows too. It'll need a bigger enclosure, bigger water bowls, bigger hides, bigger prey items. Pumpkin started his life out in a 10-gallon tank and then moved to a 30-gallon tank. And then as he got closer to this size, I moved him into this custom-built 4x2x2 enclosure for his permanent home. This enclosure is bioactive, and there's lots of leaf litter and healthy populations of various microfauna, but there aren't any plants. My experience with snakes has been that between the temperature gradient and other parameters that a snake needs in its captive environment to be happy and healthy, plants usually don't do well in my snake's enclosures. I end up with dead plants on the warm side and half-dead plants on the cool side. Plus, Pumpkin sometimes likes to burrow and just uproots any plants I give him. But he does have a lot of natural environmental enrichment, with several pieces of hollow wood and branches to climb on, which he loves doing. And he started his life eating pinky mice and then fuzzy mice, and then moved from small mice to large mice. And at his current size, the large mice are sometimes a little small for him, so I now alternate between either a large mouse or a rat pup. And when he was a baby, I fed him every 5 days. As a juvenile and a young adult, I fed him every 7 days. And now I alternate depending on the size of his last meal. I'll feed him either every 7 days or maybe every 10 to 14 days. I talked about baby corn snakes being skittish and squirmy, but adult corn snakes are usually very active as adults. It usually takes a little bit more work and concentration to handle Pumpkin, although he's being pretty calm today. I think he would just hang out on my arm like this all day if I let him. But that means that sometimes takes a little bit more work or concentration to handle them than, say, something like a slower moving snake like a ball python. And that's true for most colubrid snakes. And I think that's the fun thing about handling and interacting with a colubrid snake like a corn snake. I sometimes let my ball python and my boa constrictor have a little bit of supervised free roaming time in my house. But that's definitely something I wouldn't do with Pumpkin. And Pumpkin is still a very slender enough snake to be able to get into all kinds of places where it would be difficult for me to find him and possibly even get lost. But I am planning in the future to set up an enclosed playpen with a lot of stuff that he can explore so he can have some different enrichment outside of his enclosure. So if you do have a baby corn snake, this is what you can expect in about 4 to 5 years. And I hope you enjoyed seeing more of Pumpkin. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.